The Ford Explorer has been one of America's most popular three-row SUVs for decades, promising families the perfect blend of space, capability, and reliability. But reality is a little bit different from what looks perfect on paper, as this mid-size SUV comes with lots of weak points. Let's check out 6 reasons why it sucks to own a Ford Explorer. Number 6. Tight second and third row seats. Let's start with what should be the Explorer's biggest strength: seating capacity. After all, if you're buying a three-row SUV, you're probably expecting it to actually seat people comfortably. The reality is going to disappoint many families. The third row in the Explorer is consistently described as cramped, offering significantly less space than what you'll find in competitors like the Honda Pilot or Kia Telluride. With just 32.2 inches of legroom, adults are going to struggle on anything longer than short trips around town. While Ford's marketing materials might suggest otherwise, the third row is essentially designed for children, not the adults that many families occasionally need to transport. What makes this even more frustrating is the narrow gap between the second and third rows. Even with Ford's easy entry technology, getting into that back seat is going to be a challenge for anyone who isn't particularly agile. For families with elderly relatives or anyone with mobility concerns, this becomes a real accessibility issue. The problems don't stop with passenger comfort. Parents are discovering that installing child safety seats in the Explorer is significantly more difficult compared to other three-row SUVs. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's a safety concern that directly impacts the vehicle's core purpose as a family transporter. Number 5. Disappointing ride quality despite rear-wheel drive platform. Moving from passenger space to how the Explorer actually feels on the road, you might expect a large family SUV to prioritize comfort above all else. The Explorer is taking a different approach, and it's not necessarily working in favor of family buyers. Owners consistently report that the Explorer feels harsh over bumps, delivering a ride quality that's far more jarring than what you'd expect from a vehicle in this category. The suspension tuning seems to prioritize handling dynamics over passenger comfort, resulting in a distinctly bouncy sensation, particularly during highway driving. While the Explorer does handle well for an SUV, good enough that it's even used as a police interceptor, this comes at a significant cost to daily comfort. Families taking long road trips are going to notice this trade-off immediately. The suspension struggles to adequately absorb road imperfections, creating an unsettled feeling that's particularly noticeable on rough pavement or expansion joints. Beyond comfort concerns, there are durability issues developing. Frequent complaints involve worn-out control arms and sway bar links, leading to rough rides and less precise handling over time. The Explorer experiences frequent suspension issues that produced unusual noises. Fixing suspension issues typically costs between $500 and $1,500, turning what starts as a ride quality complaint into a significant maintenance expense. Number 4. Subpar interior quality. Step inside the Explorer, and you might notice that the cabin doesn't quite match the expectations set by its price point. While the design aims to be functional and does offer decent comfort in the front 2 rows, the overall quality and refinement often falls short of what class leaders are delivering. One of the most persistent complaints involves various interior noises, clunking, clinking, and popping sounds that become particularly noticeable when driving on uneven surfaces. These sounds often originate from plastic components, their connection points, or even the second-row captain's seats. What's particularly frustrating for owners is that these noises can occur even when the vehicle is parked. One owner directly attributed these problems to half-baked Chicago plant assembly, suggesting that quality control during the manufacturing process might be inconsistent. This implies that the problems may not be uniform across all Explorer vehicles but could be linked to specific production batches. Beyond the noise issues, owners report problems with interior panel fitment and premature wear on seats. These concerns suggest potential deficiencies in material durability or assembly precision, which can diminish the vehicle's long-term appeal and perceived value. The Explorer's interior design has been described as bordering on uninspired, and prior to recent updates, critics noted that it didn't match the SUV's price tag. Even with material upgrades in newer models, the persistence of quality issues continues to erode the feeling of value over time. Number 3. Underwhelming base engine. The Explorer's standard 2.3-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine produces a respectable 300 horsepower, which sounds impressive on paper. In practice, however, the overall driving experience is going to leave many buyers feeling like they've settled for something that's merely adequate. While the base engine can motivate the Explorer with authority and is sufficiently potent for most drivers, the overall ride and handling are described as agreeable and composed, but far from entertaining. This creates a driving experience that's competent but uninspiring, hardly what you'd expect expect from a vehicle carrying a premium price tag. The Explorer's overall package isn't as polished as other mid-size rivals that offer more refinement, such as the Kia Telluride, Hyundai Palisade, and Jeep Grand Cherokee. While the power figures might be acceptable, the manner in which power is delivered lacks the sophistication that competitors are providing. For buyers seeking a more engaging or refined driving experience, the base engine's lack of polish means they'll need to upgrade to more expensive trims. To achieve a truly athletic experience, buyers are effectively pushed towards the higher-cost V6 options like the King Ranch, Platinum, or ST models. This creates a tiered experience where the base model feels like a compromise. Despite being a 4-cylinder engine, its fuel economy doesn't always offer a significant advantage over more powerful V6 rivals. The 400-horsepower Explorer ST has been known to earn 25 miles per gallon in testing, while the base 4-cylinder with all-wheel drive is estimated at only 20 city, 27 highway. This weakens the argument for choosing the base engine solely on fuel economy. Number 2. Poor fuel economy. Speaking of fuel economy, the Explorer's efficiency figures are going to be disappointing for many families, particularly those trying to manage rising fuel costs. The Explorer's fuel economy is generally not as competitive as smaller SUVs and often results in less than impressive efficiency when compared to segment competitors. The standard 2.3-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder achieves an EPA estimated 2029 mpg with rear-wheel drive and 2027 mpg with four-wheel drive. Real-world tests show an average of 22.4 miles per gallon. Adequate numbers, but not class-leading by any means. A significant concern for fuel cost-sensitive buyers is Ford's decision to discontinue the hybrid Explorer engine after the 2023 model year. This hybrid variant offered the best fuel economy within the lineup, achieving an EPA estimated 27-28 miles per gallon. Removing the most efficient powertrain option represents a strategic disadvantage in an automotive market that's increasingly focused on fuel efficiency. This decision forces buyers who prioritize efficiency to either accept lower MPG from the remaining gasoline engines or actively seek out competitors. It appears counterintuitive given prevailing market trends and the strong hybrid offerings from rivals like the Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid and Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid. For buyers seeking more power, the fuel economy penalty becomes substantial. The more powerful 3-liter EcoBoost V6 engine, producing 400 horsepower, drops to an EPA estimated 1825 mpg for both configurations. This adds to the overall cost of ownership, especially for those who drive frequently or for long distances. Number 1. Reliability issues. Finally, we reach what might be the most concerning aspect of Explorer ownership: its mixed reliability record. The Explorer has a history of recurring and often costly problems that primarily involve its transmission, engine, and electrical systems. Overall, the Explorer generally scores around average in reliability surveys, with RepairPal assigning it a rating of 3.5 out of 5 stars, slightly below the mid-size SUV average of 3.8 stars. However, its reliability fluctuates significantly depending on the model year, indicating inconsistency in quality that buyers need to be aware of. Transmission problems have traditionally been one of the most significant weaknesses. Even some newer models with the 10-speed automatic transmission still report occasional shifting issues. Engine issues also contribute to the Explorer's mixed record. Some owners have reported problems with EcoBoost engines, including coolant leaks, timing chain issues, and turbocharger failures. Cooling system leaks are a known issue in certain models, which can lead to overheating and potentially serious engine damage if not addressed promptly. Electrical glitches represent another area of concern. Faulty sensors, malfunctioning touchscreens, power window failures, and issues with the sync infotainment system have been reported across various models. Ford's own support pages offer troubleshooting steps for sync screen issues, indicating these are recognized problems. While significant improvements have been made over the last few years and newer models show better reliability, the brand association with past unreliability continues to influence purchasing decisions. For families considering their next 3-row SUV purchase, this represents a significant consideration that could impact both daily satisfaction and long-term ownership costs. But to be perfectly straight, the Explorer is far from being the only SUV that comes with serious issues. Check out this video about why it's best not to buy the Kia Sportage, which you can now see on the screen. Often considered one of the best values on the market, this compact crossover comes with several weak points you must not neglect.